if you want something in your life, or you want to do something in your life, your mind won't, and your mind is not allowing it. If you're not doing it, it's because your mind is not allowing it. You're going to get in trouble. You can't afford it. You this, you that, you that. You better be careful. Until you're just frozen in the job you don't like, in the life you don't like, and what if you were free? And you had the thought, brush your teeth, and there was nothing to stop you. And because you're sane and you understand there's no harm in brushing your teeth, you just live out of that natural kindness. And you don't even have to know why. It was certainly not about cavities with me. It was about following the simple directions, finding what is kind, and then questioning what opposes it. And eventually I was able to crawl to a toothbrush, literally on my hands and knees, noticing all of these thoughts and then putting them on paper, and because it wasn't about anything other than what, this crazy head on paper. So I was believing my thoughts. It's my experience, and what I've come to see is this is true for every human being. And that when we believe our thoughts, we suffer. And when we question them, who knows? It's a shot at it. And if you're genuine and if your answers are genuine and peace is your goal, if peace is your goal, then you will drop in and wait and wait and wait in that stillness until you get what you came for. And when I started, it was like, wait was like, for example, he doesn't care about me. Is it true? And to drop into what? He doesn't care about me. Is it true? Well, I needed to. He doesn't care about me. Is it true? That's why it's written down. That's why I ask you to do it. Put it on paper. Because my mind was so squirrely, it had to be stable. People I've heard have tried forever to stop the mind. Well, identify what you're thinking, put it on paper, there it is, stopped. It's so simple. And then, no matter what, it would take me so long just to focus on, is it true that he doesn't care about me, for example? In this crazy head and this coming back, coming back, coming back. That's why I say, love the one you're with. That thought, that concept, that statement that runs in your head. And at the School for the Work, we have a thing like, and I'll give it to you now but here is what I'd love you to have in this amount of time. And that is like, he doesn't care about me. Now, write your fears below that. The underworld, it holds it up. Like, what does that mean? He doesn't love me. And that means he's going to leave me. That means I'll never find anyone that loves me as much as he does. That means you write down your list of fears, and that's the underworld holding this up. And when you take care of that underworld, there's nothing to hold it up, and it falls away. Because there's nothing to hold it up. In other words, if you want something, if you want to do what is kind and you're unable to, question that underworld, what you're believing, and what is there to stop you? What is there to stop you? So I hope that whoever wrote this, I hope that answers your question. But, you're the power. And I have, this is a process. This is not something where you're just whacked free. There are children in here. They're the beloved. unconditional love, the mind to the mind. This is the mind understanding itself, a love affair with the self. So this is the end of the war with the self, and I invite you not to believe me, but to continue to test it for yourself. And of course, the work's always free on the website, thework.com. It's always free. You don't even have to sign up for a newsletter.